It is no secret that this happens here in the Gambia. Per The Guardian, European pedophiles flock to Gambia's Smiling Coast. In the Gambia's by Alex Duval Smith in Banjul. This is dated July 4th, 2004. We're 9 years later, right? No. Tay, learn how to count. We are 19 years later, almost 20 years later. This ish is still happening. I know that my African American brothers and sisters will say something, right? I can't speak for anyone else because I've never lived anywhere else, but I'm not going to sit there and watch. Okay, back to the article. In the Gambia's package tour hotels, the most striking thing at breakfast is the high number of holiday makers here on their own. White men and women in their 50s or 60s sitting alone with their bowls of cereal. You wonder what and who they left behind. What they are waiting for becomes clear by the afternoon. Around the pool, where the same men can be seen having their sun-reddened backs stroked by teenage Gambia women dressed like dancers from a Beyonce video. Oh, my sweet baby Jesus. European women, known locally as Marie Claires. I have never heard that. I have never ever heard that. That's funny. Y'all Gambians, y'all didn't expose me to that one. That saying are often surrounded by 3 or 4 young dreadlocked men. So the youth of the Gambia, 50% of the population is under 18. Look forward to Tuesdays and Fridays when the planes from Gatwick disgorge holiday makers on the Smiling Coast. Those who arrive those who arrive here for a more illicit purpose are harder to spot. The pedophile tourists often avoid the disapproval of the hotel owners by renting apartments or houses for their activities. So you know what? Um, if you all are in the tourist area, yeah, pull out your phone and record because evidently the Gambia don't approve of this either. We see the signs. We see the signs all around the Gambia that yes, the welfare of the children. I can't remember exactly what it says, but they are against the pedophilia and what they're doing to these children. All right. So if you're in the area and you're in a tourist area and you see something, not just the children sitting there, but if you see a man touching on a girl, if she is sitting on his lap, if they where you going? If they walk away, where y'all going? Oh, that's my friend. No. You're grown. Okay, let's get back to this. Babakar Jane, John, sorry, brother, manager of the African Village Hotel, said he recently intervened against a suspected pedophile. Good for you, brother. But he said for many hotels, sex tourists are good business. They spend plenty of money at the bar. Last week, a European man wanted to bring in a child. We asked to see the girl's birth certificate and a letter from the parents. I know that's right. Calling the police isn't much good. They will tell you they have no fuel to drive out. Yes, yes, because some people will say, that's my husband. That's my boyfriend. Okay, sisters. All right. This is what we're stooping to 20 years later. Okay. Controlling this thing becomes our responsibility, and it is often very awkward. Once we stopped the tourists from bringing prostitutes in, and he left a week early. Oh, well, that's when we got to trust Allah, right? Where's the faith? Where's the faith? We can't. Okay, let me get back to this. Jerry Mitchell, a British woman who co-owns the 18-room Safari Garden Hotel, said she had brought the problem under control, quotation marks, as much as possible through staff training and by turning her back on package tour operators. She is now refocusing her business on more upmarket ecotourism. As the owner, you have to step in. It's easier for me than for the staff. Gambians have great difficulty confronting white people. African Americans don't. Woo woo. Okay. The Gambia, a tiny former British colony with a population of 1.4 million, often seems captive in a colonial time warp of low self-esteem and subservience. Jesus. Let me read that again. The Gambia, a tiny former British colony with a population of 1.4 million, often seems captive in a colonial time warp of low self-esteem and subservience. Only Gambians can answer that. It is a Muslim nation with a strong alms culture and a government. Under President Yahya Jammeh, which rules by fits of self-motivated largesse. Okay, a survey by UNICEF, the UN's children's agency, found up to 70% of Gambians in the holiday industry believe sex is one of the main reasons Europeans go there, and that young Gambians think it glamorous to be seen with white people. European sex tourists have been turning to the Gambia as the authorities in Thailand and the Philippines have been running vigorous campaigns to keep them off their soil. Well, that's good. Wow, because it used to run rampant in Thailand and the Philippines. Last year, as many as 100,000 tourists, mainly from Britain, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Finland, the Netherlands, and Germany, visited Gambia. The Gambia is a vulnerable target for pedophiles who enter the country in search of a low profile location to commit their crimes with impunity, the report stated. The report says sex tourism prostitution has in engendered consumerism, with girls saying that being a sex worker means having access to lots of cash to buy jeans, shoes, to go to the beauty salons for their hair and nail care, to show off at beach parties and nightclubs. The sisters, Suma sisters, this is what you all have resorted to? Really? Come on, man. Come on. Y'all are so much better than that. For jeans and well, that's what the freaking two bobs do. This is Western culture. You can't rep Gambia and you have your culture and then want to rep the West like it's the bad parts of the West. Come on. Y'all are so much better than that. Oh, Jesus, this is hurting me reading it. The child prostitutes did not consider themselves as children and do not understand that they require special protection because of their age, it said. Babukar Cisse, a rep with the Gambian experience, said a quarter of the population lives on tourism. Yes, it does. And given that the country is a cheap destination, a Coca-Cola costs seven p, I don't know, seven p. It is not surprising that visitors include pedophiles. Where they come from, they cannot have young girls. It's easy for them to manipulate our culture and our children with things that can seem attractive. Only a few prosecutions have been successful. In 2001, a German was given a 2-year sentence for raping an 8-year-old. By contrast, a British resident was cleared in January this year for shooting a sex video with 4 white men and 11 teenage girls who were allegedly paid $100 each. I told y'all $2. I told y'all that's what I saw on the beach. Like when I first got here, and I let this sister and her 2 daughters and for her 4 grandchildren stay with me. We went to the beach on a Sunday, and he's like $2, $100, $100. I mean, shoot, if you gonna be a hoe, then be a good one, boo. Get paid for it. I don't want to come here and be a madam, but if it's gonna be accepted, at least I can protect the girls that way. What the hell? The video. Now, did y'all catch that? One was given a 2-year sentence for raping an 8-year-old girl, a German, and then the other one was cleared in January for shooting a sex video. Wait, I mean, if someone was um, given a 2-year sentence for raping, so they had to have some type of evidence. If this was about a shooting of a sex video, how in the hell was he cleared? And with the 4 white men, I can't. I cannot. This video was shown in court, okay, and 5 girls under the age of 18 testified. The magistrate cleared the Briton because no acts of actual sex were seen. You see why I say we got to protect our girls? Nobody gives a fuck about our girls and about our women. 10 days ago, members of the country's tourism industry signed up to a code of conduct which they hope, along with the new Tourism Offensive Act, will help to stem sex tourism. Their workshop was led by a Dutch campaigner, Frans de Mar. He said European governments had so far paid only lip service to the problem. It is people from our countries who are doing it. Our authorities should be checking who is getting on the planes. Not only checking, First of all, if they're pedophiles, how the hell are they leaving the country? How did they get a passport? Number one, right? Number two, when they are convicted or there is evidence of them committing a crime that is illegal in their resident country, then why not prosecute them when they get back? Why? Because in most countries, pedophilia is okay. Look at European art, y'all. Look at European statues, right? In the art museums, things that we have to learn about in school when we learn about art. I'm like, what the hell? Oh, Jesus. But we have to protect our girls. We have to protect our girls.